Hey friends, a big hello to everyone. My name is Igor, Gravity Gravier channel, the channel about laser machines and markers. Today our topic is going to be about the xTool F2 UTRA. After a business trip to China, I returned and decided to do an experiment, a test, of engraving on this little stainless steel box here. I don't have a larger sheet. The height is around 120 to 130 millimeters. Today we'll test the xTool F2 UTRA on stainless steel, using the maximum work area for photo engraving. I'll say it again, this is the second video, the first video I'm filming, for myself, just letting out all my energy and emotions. And the second video is for you, without any fluff, filler, or anything like that. So, give me a big thumbs up, and let's head over to the computer. We'll do everything quickly here. Let's load the file that was made earlier. It's freely available on the Telegram channel, the one with the Indian guy's photo engraving. So I've chosen two photos I want to engrave, with good contrast, clarity, and high resolution, so we'll stick with those. So my task is to take the parameters from the Indian guy's file right here in this panel on the right. I'll apply all these parameters to each photo and then create a cleaning layer in the vector file. Specifically, we'll take a rectangle and create one just like it on the bottom of our container. Now let's switch to the vector image. In the vector image settings, we have the parameter engraving, MOPA I, 15% power, 3000 speed, and 160 lines. We'll do the exact same thing. Let's go to our rectangle. Again, 15, 3160, bidirectional, 200 nanoseconds, 48 kilohertz. Select it, set it to engraving mode, set it to MOPA IC, set the power to 15, speed to 3000, one pass, and set the lines to 160. With this set, frequency is 65. Well, let's just leave it at 65 for now. Let's see what else we can take from this vector file. It's set to fixed, we don't need any scaling, and we set the angle to 90 degrees because the photo will have slightly different values. So let's go back to that rectangle and apply our edits. Wait, it's lagging a bit for some reason. That's strange. There we go. Okay, no scaling, set it to fixed, and set the angle to 90. Let's match the original settings, 48 kilohertz, just like over there. So basically, we've got our background layer sorted out. Now, moving on to the images. The image is also MOPI, with a dot duration of 250, but first we need to set it to Bayer mode. So select the first image, or if possible, both images at once, and set them to grayscale, then choose Bayer mode. The value here was 250, but I don't remember anything after that. Okay, let's go to the Indian guy's image. Power 15, 1270. Bayer, unidirectional, pulse width 20 nanoseconds. Frequency 250. Okay, once more. 15 max, 20, 252. Selecting two images again. So power 15. Here we set the value to max, passes 1, Bayer, blue light, got it. Again, MOPA IR 250, 15 max, Bayer bidirectional, but here it'll be unidirectional. Pulse width set to 20, and here we set the value to 252, I think. Let me check again just in case. So checking our image, yes, 252, 20, checking here, everything's synced up, so it's all good, everything's great. In the bottom two layers, we delete everything. Press del, so we don't touch anything else here. Everything we have is perfect. In the processes at the bottom, we must specify the process priority. Okay, processing settings, automatic, scheduling, no, user-defined. So user-defined one by one. Yes, that's very important. One by one, starting from the top down accordingly. Everything seems ready, all good. Our task now is just to do what? Check our work once more, just in case, so everything's fine here, and everything's fine at the bottom too. Configured, once more MOPA IR, engraving, Bayer mode, unidirectional, kilohertz frequency, rectangle. Well, that seems to be it. Select our object, click process. And basically, after the pre-processing check before processing, well, basically everything's fine, everything's great. Here's the estimated time, so the calculation of our time. Click the start checkmark. I'm just personally curious how long this will all take. The estimated time, is it in hours or minutes or seconds? I'm just curious. And so we click start. Well, it'll be interesting to see what comes of this. Okay, automatic fan stop for smoke extraction. Yes, confirmation, but we don't have that. We'll be working through our central exhaust. Transferring files to the machine, this will take some time. We'll see how long in a bit, and then we'll start the whole process on our workspace. At least on the largest can I could find, and we'll see the final result. What comes of it, whether we ruin it or not, I have no idea. Watch until the end, you'll see everything. Yes, beautiful, but very, very slow. So the first screw up is that the photo turned out a bit too dark, but overall it's not bad. For the second photo, we'll finish the first one now and make a slight change to the pulse duration, and accordingly we'll get, well, a lighter photo. I won't change its quality, structure, color, or tones. We'll just slightly change the engraving parameters. Well, here's a similar situation. It's been engraving for an hour and 15 minutes now. The photo quality, well, let's say it's acceptable, basically. The detail is good, everything's great here too. Waiting for it to finish, only 1/3 is done, so it'll be engraving for about 2 more hours. Well, what can you do? We're waiting. Let's summarize the final result of our engraving on the X2 F2 UTRA. It took a lot of time. Let's measure the engraving size right away. 19.2 millimeters in width. The height is about 120 millimeters. The engraving is sharp, detailed, and very clear. It was done on stainless steel. It's gonna glare now because there's light everywhere here. Everything's shining brightly. It's already late evening. Accordingly, I won't be able to show it off in any special way right now. I have to go outside, plus the machine's lid is in the way a bit, so I can't really move around much, yeah. But overall, it looks really cool. To show this, we need to turn around somewhere. Let's turn this way, to get away from the light, from all these glares and details. There, the detail is excellent. Everything looks great. Yes, it takes a very long time, but it's worth it. So we always get a certain result here, meaning the result will always be guaranteed. So even if it's a bit dark, it still turned out well. If it's light, it'll still turn out well too. I use the buyer mode. All the parameters are in the Telegram channel. Go all the way to the top, there are a lot of parameters there, and accordingly, you can use them. As for the machine, I have no complaints at this stage, unfortunately. So everything's engraving, everything's working. Yeah, it's a bit noisy while it's running, but that's to be expected, so you need to understand that for one. The next thing, a downside of this machine, is for those enthusiasts who, let's say, safety conscious and beginners. Today, when I turned it on, this equipment forced me to watch. It played or launched a safety video, about fire safety. So basically, without watching this video, I couldn't use the machine. It took about a minute and a half, maybe even more. Same thing with updates on this machine, same thing with all sorts of instructions. Everything is launched forcibly. Well, it's all about maximum safety. Plus the closing shield, the hatch, all of that is here too. So for those guys who get equipment for some scientific or educational experiments, yeah, it might work and be more or less optimal in that regard. And the photo engraving quality here is amazing. I have absolutely no questions about it at all. For those who asked, I've done the test. So guys, give me a huge thumbs up for that. Now, I'll also save these photos to the Telegram channel. I'll say it again, they'll be a little bit dark. So I recommend if anyone's going to engrave them, make the photos themselves a little bit brighter, or set the exposure or dwell time a bit lower. I think I have it set to 210, something like that. You should set the value to around 180. Then the engraving process will be a bit faster, and the photos will be a bit lighter, or just make the photo a little more high contrast and brighter. As for the quality, I'll say it again, it's amazing. I mean, you can get this quality on other machines, but it's very hard. And again, there's a nuance with other machines. It's possible the engraving process will be, well, many times faster. but they don't have modes like bare, stucky, and all the other modes used here. That's it. I'm Igor from the Gravity and Grading channel, wishing everyone all the best. Goodbye, everyone. Be sure to give a thumbs up. Once again, I'll definitely leave all the layouts in the Telegram channel. That's all. Bye, everyone.